day when you guys start inting me, I will start screaming, let me perform. Let me perform!
Daglas is still here though.
Hello, Peekaboo. He's been so patient himself. They jump onto Sheo. Who would expect this man to stick around for so long? Carzzy gets to see it.
Yeah,
I look.
Look. Knock.
They're slow.
Jayce. Nautilus, kill Nautilus.
Wait. Nano
He's
push.
done. You have
I'm
him.
going forward here, okay? Yeah, I pushed
Yeah,
up.
Venice.
I pushed up.
Yeah.
And welcome back to the LEC as Vitality opens up the score here against BDS. And guys, we had Nuke in the pregame interview saying that it was going to be a 2-0 for BDS. April Fools. Let's blame it on that. Didn't go so well.
No, it did not. Yeah, I don't think BDS were necessarily ready for specifically a lot of what happened in the early game, right? It felt like Vitality came into it from the jump, right? Before minions even spawned, they were getting really aggressive everywhere on the map looking for information. And that was kind of the start of a lot of the troubles for BDS in terms of trying to actually find a foothold anywhere on the map.
I mean, that's the thing, Broxah. When you look at the map here, you don't know what to expect from Vitality, right? But I don't think BDS expected to see them every side of the map. Whenever they're here, they're here. Whenever they open the fridge, Vitality is here as well. How did this define the early game?
Well, it defined pretty much the entire game as a whole, because they had info on Sheo the entire early game. Daglas knew he was topside, he goes for a bot gank, he knows he's walking into a spot, he sits in the bush waiting for him and gets a kill. And one thing that I really like about this is that on Fnatic in 2019, Hyli was like the level 1 master. Like, he would literally do presentations for all of us about where we were going to move all our pieces around level 1 and how we could get an advantage. I obviously can't know for sure if he's the one who made this call, but I love to see it because it was so well planned that BDS at no point in the game had any chance to even breathe.
Yeah, and I think the better thing about it was one of the kind of criticisms that you can have sometimes of Vitality is mostly Daglas. Sometimes it feels like he's doing a bit of cardio on the map and he doesn't necessarily have a goal, right? And I feel like with the amount of information that Daglas was afforded this game, it actually gave him clear direction on where he should be and where he shouldn't be. And it felt like he was almost always out positioning Sheo on the map because Sheo was just not afforded that same level of information.
And usually when you don't have the jungler roaming around your lane, you know that it's going to give you a bit more freedom. And especially here when you look at bot lane and how this guy, Carzzy, here was set up for success, I feel like his team empowered him to do the heavy lifting, but I also feel like he's often doing the heavy lifting, guys. And I do wonder if we don't underestimate Carzzy and how strong and complete of an AD carry he is.
I think Carzzy is an incredible player, but I also think him and Hyli as a duo is very explosive, which can lead to him, sure, dealing a very high damage consistently, but the two of them also die a lot. And I think what happened in this game is exactly what we needed to see coming out of Vitality. Some sort of structure, a clear plan going into the game, and just some discipline, really. And outside of like one mistake around Dragon where Carzzy got caught, everything was near flawless, really. It was just on point.
That's the thing. I feel like with the way they played the early game, they didn't leave a lot of windows for BDS to come back either, Jamada. And on top of this, when you look at the way they executed the mid-game into the late-game fights, again, flawless from Vitality. But is it going to be just a one-game thing, or is it actually going to be defining the series? Because when I see them working like this together, that's a winning team. That's a top team for me. That's what I expect from them.
Yeah, you know, I think the thing for me is always a mindset thing. And Vitality, it's really funny because when the draft was being broken down, it was a lot about, all right, Vitality have this very like kite back heavy composition. Vitality were the ones getting aggressive the majority of the time. And I know there's a bit of a meme about Hylissang making a lot of space at the minute. And I'll tell you what, he was making very good space in this game, constantly trading his flash for either nukes or Ices, very consistently flashing forward, queuing, ulting, and just making sure that a summoner spell was blown on the other end. And I think the fact that Vitality were able to be this aggressive, again, just kind of plays into the mindset of, hey, we don't care what composition we have. We know when we have these windows to abuse our opponent. And in this case, BDS had no answer, no window themselves to actually look through because of that.
What do we make of BDS, Broxah? Because I know that they couldn't do anything here, but they won so dominantly yesterday. And I was like, okay, maybe that's the time. Maybe that's the time to wake up for BDS through a new form, through different picks. Here, I didn't see what I expected from them, but maybe the game did not allow them to do so.
I think one of the issues with them is that they are a little bit predictable so far, and they need to show us something new and different. Like, Vitality were very well prepared. They took away their Seer. They responded to Nautilus with the Braum. They had Twisted Fate ready, and he got a free matchup into Nah. And they just had so much pressure, so much prior in every lane, and that combined with them tracking the enemy jungler all throughout the early game just gave BDS no opportunity of actually responding. Now with them being in blue side, having the first pick, and certainly getting the likes of Azir if it's open is going to change things quite a bit. But at the same time, you know, Vitality on the other hand has shown so much, like the Cillian support, the Yasuo center lane. They might have some other crazy strategy up their sleeves, and
Yeah.
it's hard to say how the draft is going to play out.
I mean, they have more, for sure. At least that's what Pat said to us last week in PGL. But what I find surprising is that when I talked to Vetheo yesterday, he was like, I don't think we saw a lot from BDS. He did not know what to expect from them. But here it feels like it's Vitality that's on the driver's seat.
Yeah, no, Vitality are in the driver's seat, plain and simple. And I think the fact that now we have BDS moving over to blue side, in this weird way, even though Vitality banned out the Azir, I wouldn't be surprised if they leave it open just to try and bait BDS into a first pick to have some kind of strange answer, because that seems to be Vitality's MO a lot of the time. They'll prep for a team and they'll have something ready in expectance of, you know, if it was the Smolder, it was a TF bot, right? And if it was a couple of other things like bringing out the Camille in the support role as well, it seems like Vitality will likely have an answer to whatever BDS are trying to prep here on this blue side.
Yeah, and I don't feel like Vetheo is the kind of player who's going to be scared to go up against an Azir. We know that he has answers against it. So let's see what they open the draft with. Rumble on one side, Olaf on the other. Classic. You don't want to leave Olaf to add on either way.
Yeah, so in the first game we saw Vitality banning Olaf, Orianna and Varus. BDS banned Rumble, Jayce and Kalista. Obviously now with sides being different, things change a little bit. Vitality so far committing to the two same bans, whereas BDS banned Rumble, but instead of banning Jayce or Kalista, they opted into the Twisted Fate ban, which I think is very smart for them. Don't let Photon have that pick. He's a very strong carry top laner, and you don't want to give him so much pressure in the top lane to shut down Adam.
Yeah, now I'm really curious about whether or not Vitality are going to stick to the same Varus ban, or they're just going to leave the Azir open. They took it for themselves the first time round. They will ban out the Varus, so happy potentially to give this one over. And okay, it's a slam from BDS.
And
so
here
Vitality
goes.
have to have an option for it. Jayce, early rotation, and this very well could just be Vetheo's, and Maokai then also sets up for a lot of objective control in the mid game once those items come
Does it
too.
stay flex for now, though? I think it can.
Yeah, it probably does, right? It's also, I feel like, a champion that does quite well into a lot of what Adam usually brings out, so this is definitely going to be a pick I'm expecting to be held for a long time in terms of just making sure that BDS have no idea where it's going.
Interestingly enough, Jayce was also the first champion that was led through from, you know, last game to this one. Like, it was banned in the previous one, and I think it's interesting that Vitality intentionally left the Seer open, having the Jayce ready, insta-locking in, and now coming in with a clear plan. Now, also worth noting that, you know, both team comps already, just with the junglers locked in, are going to have a very, very strong front to back. And I think on the side of BDS, Azir, Zeri, Rell, incredible late game, incredible team fighting. Now on Vitality, we just need to see, you know, some sort of hyper carrier stable pick come in to secure them. That's kind of scaling too.
You know, strangely, I think they might just default back to the Ezreal, because in my mind right now, or even a Kai'Sa, which I think also offers some of the same kind of things that Ezreal can in terms of poke builds and such, because when you're against an Azir, when you're against a Zeri, one thing that these two champions hate is poke, is range, right? They still, even though they've got ranged options in their kit, if they get outranged, it still sucks for them. So I like this Vitality lock-in through the Kai'Sa, and technically, though we don't see it very often, the Kai'Sa's kind of a flex, right? Remember, Vetheo used to play it mid.
about to say,
I don't want to give anyone any false hope here that we see it outside of the bottom lane, because I do anticipate it will be bot.
Agreed.
But still, a lot of flexibility has been afforded to Vitality's opening so far, as they move away Adam's Renekton moving into the second ban phase.
But it shows the diversity of what Vitality can pull here. If you consider the fact that Jayce was first pick for them, you want to see top lane ban on the rest of their phase here for Vitality. But are we going to leave this Jax flex? Is it going to go mid? What do you expect, Broxah, and how is BDS going to answer this?
If I was Vitality now, I would look for my support pick and 4. I think the BDS Nautilus ban makes a lot of sense, because he's just an easy champion to always plug in. He brings engage, he brings frontline, and in an ideal world, when you already have Jayce and Kai'Sa poking, you want somebody next to Maokai who can start fights, who can get those hard engages going. Now with Rell being removed, with Nautilus being banned away, the likes of Rakan and Analyst could be considered. If you want just to focus on team fighting, you can also consider something like the Renata. Different directions they can go, really. And I mean, we're also looking at Hyli. He played Cillian the other day. You never know what he's going to be cooking for us, right? But saving, you know, last pick for, you know, a potential flex makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I like this Rakan, right? There's obviously a fair bit of CC between the Rell and the Azir to kind of peel it away, but I look at this composition and I say it's just another way to enable Daglas to also kind of set up for these engages once that poke comes through from the Jayce. And I'm imagining Kai'Sa in this kind of setup is gonna go the poke build. We never know, right? It kind of just depends on how Carzzy's gonna be feeling in this one. There's the Vi, so we get the reveal on the Rell flex. That's going to be Rell bot. Gragas on the top side. So a lot of now, all of a sudden, disengage as well as, you know, a mix of committal and non-committal engagement for Gragas.
And now we see how the rest of the draft is going to unfold for Vitality. Are they coming up with something new here? There's a lot of poke.
I think it's interesting not putting the Rell jungle, taking the Vi instead, because often we see Rell just being locked into jungle right away. It's one of the strongest junglers in the game, but BDS is saying they want to have more clear engage. They know Vi is an option. They know that Jayce and Kai'Sa want to poke. They don't want to let them do it. So now, you know, they lock in Vi, they hit press R, they get a fight started immediately, and it just makes everything so easy for them to play out front to backwise in team fights. I think Vitality responding with the Tristana and putting Kai'Sa bot also is really solid, because now Vetheo is going to be able to pressure the Azir in the early game. They're going to have pressure top, and you know, both Kai'Sa and Tristana are going to be pretty safe in team fights and won't worry too much about the Vi.
Yeah, I think what I'm anticipating now with the Tristana going mid, I'm expecting Carzzy will go the poke build alongside having that Jayce, and then you have that Tristana as the DPS backup to that. Still, Kai'Sa, very, very flexible, and I feel like Vitality have given themselves some mid to late game options, but the early game is definitely going to be a lot about where BDS decide to attack, because they've got so many proactive tools available to them.
Okay.
What we saw from Vitality last game was incredible in the early game. They played proactive, they played confident, they were aggressive. With this team comp, they need to do the exact same thing. If they do, I think it's going to be hard for BDS to survive, but if early game doesn't go the way they want it to, BDS might just outscale them.
And let's see, BDS finally got the answer after game 2 here. Let's send it over to the casters for Vitality versus BDS.
Well, one step away now as we're about to head on to Summoner's Rift. One step away for Vitality to go into that round 4. It means you guarantee top 3. That's right.
Yep.
Top 3. Points, as we're talking about for MSI, are huge.
I can tell you right now, the last time Vitality was top 3 in our current format was last spring. Do you want to know what happened last spring?
Yeah. Tell me,
they met BDS and they got 3-0'd. And then they met Mad Lions and they got 3-0'd.
Oh, yeah. So fond memories.
So, yeah, they would like a better performance than that.
Yep.
But let's see. First of all, they got to win this game. And game 1 definitely set us up for some nice expectations. We got some clear expectations from our analysts around what they'd like to see from Vitality. And already, they're up to some early shenanigans once again. The goal of the game in the early is to get level 1 wards. Where is that pesky jungler starting? Because that gives a lot of information to your laners about how they can play and what their game plan is going to be. And I'm curious if that red ward did actually spot out Sheo or not on the bottom Raptors. But regardless, it should spot him out at some point. As Adam... That's just rude, okay? Yeah. That is... Gragas did get nerfed on this patch, you were telling me earlier. Hysterics. A little nerf on the grand scheme of things, but definitely makes his laning phase a little bit weaker. We haven't seen Gragas a huge amount, but it's been widely accepted among the top laners that as far as safe top laners go, Gragas is definitely one of them.
And I think when it was the Cassante era that was getting picked up every game, everyone was like, hang on a minute, I can play this into it, do well, and have maybe more impact in team fights as well. So, you know, seeing Adam on it as well, we're expecting that said team fight impact with what the desk was talking about, that the scaling elements in this game come through, it's going to have its part to play. For Vitality as well, Vedius, you were talking in the draft while you and I were discussing it, watching it, that, you know, we've got a lot of range here again. We've got double AD here again, as just a side note that Sheo is spotted on that ward that expires. And so there is a lot of potency for the laning phase to take off, especially with mid here, as we know Tristana, if he gets unraveled through, if he finds freedom in the lane, could be a really potent 1-2 item mid carry.
I remember this matchup, I forget which season it was. I don't know if it was last split or if it was the end of last year, but this was like the most common mid matchup, right? When Tristana was just being blind picked mids.
And it would just do this.
Yep.
Be like, okay, I'm going to jump on your head and take trades and like ends up kind of being even. Nuke a little bit
I mean,
worse for wear.
both pots already used for Nuke. Of course, they'll both have TP. I wouldn't be surprised if they invested early. But this is where jungle ganks get dangerous. And as I say that, look at Daglas.
Flash over. From where did he come from? Bramble smash. Kill over to Vetheo, and Daglas won't die from the turret. Beautiful first blood, and like I said, give something over to Tristana, and he'll be off.
Daglas. Wow, he is online today. Great pathing from him. He does a full topside clear. That tiny window where they spotted Sheo out was all he needed. Again, Vitality have used this level 1 warding information to identify what Sheo is up to, and he has pathed around and taken advantage of it. Great play, great pathing from Daglas, finds first blood for Vitality.
Again, I can't cop it out much more than this. He's where you need him to be at all times. Seems like even here at the level 3, that opening gank was huge. It's a 500 gold lead for mid as well. Already with the Vamp Scepter, while Sheo tries to get some information out and spot quite aggressively, I might add, where Daglas is pathing next. But
Photon.
Still on his defensive side, as you mentioned. Photon pushing up here.
He's definitely in some danger. Sheo with a nice angle for a gank.
And he's gone fleet, not phase rush. So this guy is going to be bopped around. He's got no escape method. Even sent away, trying to get the trade on Data. He does! Photon even flashes away. He uses the movement speed from the gate as well. He doesn't get out here. Surely not! Surely not! But that's just Photon for you, isn't it? The legend in the top lane.
Truly a legend in the top lane. Photon. Wow, 1 versus 2, Hilly.
I think Nuke's now just dead. Vitality, take it to a new meeting. Flash over the wall, Vetheo with another. Hilly survives. Now, we talked about this being an aggressive team, but against BDS, I don't think they know what hit them.
Vitality is making fun of BDS right now. What a performance from them. 2 ganks in mid onto Nuke, both working out into a 1 versus 2 top where Photon, I mean, he just writes top gap. Right? I mean, well, what else is there to say? Clearly, he saw Impact performing yesterday and was like, well, I can't be outdone by that guy.
Surely.
Impressive stuff from him. Gets himself a kill. Now has a healthy advantage in top lane. Nearly a 2k gold lead already. Carzzy in a bit of danger here, at risk of getting dived. Hilly has to make a beeline back towards the lane to offer that support, but information has been garnered thanks to that control ward. They know where Labrov is, they know where Sheo is. Carzzy should be safe to catch this whole wave.
The other potency of Maokai saplings provide vision,
Hilly.
and Hilly looking to stop this, but not in
not
time.
going to interrupt it. Didn't actually have vision in the brush there.
But man, let's look, what replay is this?
Oh,
The top
nice.
1v2, let's watch Photon perform.
So crucially, he creates distance between him and Sheo, and then he takes advantage of the fact that he gets the triple auto attack from his W in the ranged form to combine that with his Q, lands the last auto attack, and we got a reaction from Daglas, but not Photon, because Photon's like, another day in the office for me.
Yeah. He got upset last game when he outplayed. You know, when he got away, he was like, I could have played that better.
Even gets the flash out from Sheo as well.
Yep.
I mean,
That's huge.
really impressive stuff.
Adam, body slam out.
He's in kill range.
No flash available, but as you said, another shock blast combination. Let's see if Adam can heal up in time.
Hilly's mid again.
He's got the ganky flashes on the rocket jump immediately. Nuke is getting bullied around, and that gets the reset. Vetheo able to rocket jump away. Hilly's out of range. Labrov can't do anything. Was that a tilted flash or what?
I mean, was Hilly getting upset that Daglas was stealing the show and said, you know what, I can gank too? Twice now in the mid lane. A flash W to guarantee the knock-up. The burst from Vetheo is monstrous. You were talking about his Jayce performance a few days ago where he got a triple kill on the Jayce at near the start of the game against SK. He's now 3-0-0, 1.4k on the Trist, and we're not even at the 7-minute mark.
Bro, it's almost a 3k gold lead at the top of your screen. Grubs were also taken by Daglas thanks to the solo lane pressure. And when I say solo lane pressure, I don't mean just Hilly ganking mid over and over and Vetheo getting kills. Vetheo also now, because of it, has a CS lead about 15. Look at top, 20 CS there for Photon versus Adam. Now, we talk about Gragas being able to withstand pressure and being one of those safer lanes, but the problem is when Jayce gets ahead, when you get lethality, in a much better environment now since it's changed, against a tank of Gragas who's going AP, by the way, to start off.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, Hysterics, like I've been casting EU for 8 years.
You've been here a while.
Okay.
At least 30.
EU Jayce has definitely had its highs and lows. Fortunately, Photon has brought his knowledge from Korea. And it's blessing us with Korean Jayce right now.
He's going to die here, though. Nuke actually took
Oh,
two
don't
turret
do it
shots.
again!
Body slam is there, looking for Photon to die. I mean, under turret here, the full commit. Adam takes another turret shot. He survives, so there we go.
Not this time. Photon going to be shut down.
Redemption.
The solo laners from BDS get some revenge, and they take him down. He's still in a great spot. Vetheo eyeing up that mid tower. Wants to get some plates for himself.
That's the problem, isn't it? You move Nuke, moved up top for that. And Vetheo just gets himself more of the lane. Second turret plate for him as well.
Dragon as well for Vitality.
It's just all coming up.
Hilly, I swear, is convinced that that bot side jungle of BDS is his jungle.
Yeah.
He moves through it without a care in the world. Look, he's there again. Look at him sitting on the Raptors. He's eyeing up that bird in mid lane.
Look at him. Observers, we could just highlight, thank you very much. Labrov now coming is like, surely this guy's here again. Daglas moving with Nature's Grasp. Hilly might only be level 5.
The collapse is coming.
And remember, mid can jump over the wall for this as well. For Labrov, what's the angle to take to get on out? There's Vetheo. Once again, the knock-on up for the grand entrance, and Labrov has a bomb on his head, but luckily out of range. Moves away as Nuke can't do anything but watch either, and that's Vitality, always hungry.
The advantage of this is you just free up Carzzy. You allow him to play very safe on the bot side of the map. He's going to continue to free farm. Typically one of the advantages of Kai'Sa into, I was going to say Ezreal, into these more scaling or like passive laners is that you get so much opportunity to scale. And Carzzy, he's a little bit behind in CS, he's a little bit behind in gold, of course, because Hilly has been roaming so much, but at the same time, this control of the bot side of the jungle just gives him that extra bit of safe. Now, I do believe Sheo was spotted there. Observers didn't quite get to show it, but in terms of what they could see, I'm pretty sure they could.
Hilly still goes in. I mean, still feeling confident. Ice and Labrov looking for the engage. Now level 6 with the Magnet Storm, so Labrov has an extra tool, but Vitality aren't going to give them the window to play. Sheo hovers around for the time being, but note that Daglas is also down here in the bottom side of the map again.
Now, it's not all doom and gloom for BDS. They are, of course, down 2k gold. Sub 10 minutes, that is a lot, but they do have a good scaling composition. You can never afford to underestimate Azir Zeri. The late game team fighting potential of this is very real. So we need to see Vitality keep this pressure up. They're doing a great job of controlling these early objectives. They've got lane leads in the 2 solo lanes for now.
Was a cast.
Nice play from Adam.
Hang on, I mean, Adam has just felt it.
Oh,
Explosive
Adam!
solo kill. It is redemption as we look for Vetheo in the mid lane. He gets stunned up. Vitality might be caught out again. Sheo with the cease and desist. Daglas can't save it out, but he can trade a 1-for-1. But the shutdown goes to Nuke. And BDS, when the solo lane started to burn, they suddenly put out the fire.
That they do. BDS come back with a nice bit of aggression. Adam gets another solo kill, his second of the series. Remember, he got one in the previous game.
True.
He gets another one now against Photon. Just as we're singing his praises, Adam reaffirms who he is in Europe. TPing back, though, he could be in some danger.
We're just talking about this. Is this a caster curse? Explosive cask is not there because he used it before. He's over the wall, but Vetheo matches that quite quickly, looking for the kill while Vitality moves a 4-man unit. Adam does manage to get out under the turret, but Hylissang's like,
going in.
I'm going in, boys. Come on, then. There's the range, and Adam now still going to die, but this could be a bit of an in. Vetheo gets the last turret shot before almost dying. It turns out to be a good play.
That was, and I know for a fact that was a situation where Hilly said, you guys need to trust me because I'm going with you or without you. He makes the play work. Definitely agree with the call there from Hilly. And they get a trade back, punish Adam for his TP.
Labrov is just chilling here by himself. I mean, they're doing...
Isn't he going to die?
He is going to die. He's walking up, flashes away. That's going to be a waste.
That was a waste.
That was silly.
Can Vitality contest this, though? Carzzy has come up. No, they can't.
I told you. I mean, we said this. You and I cast the SK series. It was, like I said, it's as close to LPL as we're going to get. I think it's just Vitality at this point. I mean, this team is crazy. It's sometimes in bad ways.
I mean, I love the fact that BDS are now kind of catching up with the pace of the game. They realize this is a way more scrappy game.
Awake.
You need to be ready to fight. Nice TP comes through to match from Vetheo. Good flash from Adam to create space. The slow applied onto Vetheo means it's harder for him to chase. And then look, so Vetheo and Photon are disengaging. And Hilly's like, we are diving this, gentlemen. And they go, okay, fine, we're diving. He holds onto the tower aggro. Vetheo has to take one tower shot, but he has the reset on the W to be able to get away to safety. Well played overall. 7-3 now in kills. The goal difference not as big as it was. Nice interrupt there from Adam. Ease onto the hammer smash. Oh, nice sidestep from Photon.
I mean,
both these top laners are feeling it today.
Yeah. I mean, it's those interrupts from Adam, by the way, that led him to the solo kill before. Constant trades where Photon walked up and wasn't able to slowly whittle him down. Annoying thing about the Gragas I think we can find is that you've got the sustain there as well. You still got great base damage. Only the mana and the health that changed the Gragas in 14-6. So Adam's still showing us the proponents of it as he has got his Archangel staff, slowly stacking it up. While Youmu's in the top side, also a tier. Photon, so we'll wait for his tier item to build up as well. Body slam flashed away from. What else comes through? Barrel roll as well. There's good damage. Photon's flash might lead to another solo kill. Adam trying to outplay, no explosive cards. The jump on! It's solo kill galore up here. Who can flex harder?
I was not expecting this between the two top laners today. Rarely do we get to see that role in particular being such a brawl. Photon returned to the solo kill of his own. Gonna get another plate, maybe even two. The Dragon being started. TP's unavailable for the tops, meaning it's gonna be a 4v4. BDS don't like the look of the fight. They're gonna give it away to Vitality.
But they're giving away the fight, Vedius, and they're giving away 3 turret plates, I think, in the end. 2 or 3 in the top side. More gold for Photon. As now
Labrov.
Vitality looking for the fight afterwards as well. It's just the ward for the time being, but it's followed up. Started by Daglas. Labrov jumps on him. Magnet Storm, but quickness by Hilly. Vetheo from the side angle, though. He's on to Nuke as Nuke re-engages and distributes his weight to the left, but the Ignite ticking down. He's lucky to survive. But now Sheo bobs Vetheo not into turret range because Vetheo has an auto jet as TP from Photon's turning this in to a bigger engage. Ice now coming on in as Vetheo dies. Hilly isolated, flashes away. Photon threatens and BDS don't want to touch that Jayce. In the end, BDS actually getting a bit of gold from Vitality, feeling themselves again.
At first, I thought that was a mistake from Labrov, just contesting vision of that tri-brush. I thought he was just going to die, but Vetheo is very slow to go. Just watch Vetheo, okay? So the fight kicks off, and he's like, I've got to catch this wave. He's still hitting onto the minions while the fight is fully breaking out.
At least he got them.
At this point, Daglas is already at 50%. Now he joins the fight. A nice ulti comes out from Nuke, and he has the shield from his E to create space between him and Vetheo. And at this point now, Sheo is full health. Vetheo doesn't have anything left in the tank, and they convert it into another kill. Nice knockup from Hilly to keep his mid laner alive, but with Ice's arrival, he's forced to disengage. Bit of a blunder there from Vitality. BDS happy to take those kills.
And Photon TP'd for that. He lost top turret because of that as well. So Adam got himself solo first turret blood on the top side. Gold is now actually closer to even. And even though for Vitality, they look to take that fight, that really stung them in the back.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the gold. Earlier it was a 2k difference. Now there's only 500 gold. BDS definitely still relevant in this game. You look at the bottom of your screen and you can see the gold gaps exist still between mid and top. But this Gragas, even at that gold deficit, has still found ways to go toe-to-toe with the Jayce. It's just about whether or not Adam takes that overstep. His flash is going to be up. Nuke.
As there's flash available, shifting sands as well, pays respect while Vetheo now hovering in the side lane. The power of the Tristana.
So do you remember in game 1 I said Hilly is like glued to Carzzy?
Yeah.
This game, Hilly is averse to Carzzy. He is avoiding him at all costs.
Yeah.
He is roaming around the map incessantly looking for plays. Credit to him, he's found a lot of great ones, in particular around mid, but this was another example of helping his team secure that top tower. It is going to now be 1-to-1 in objectives, but BDS cross map very wisely. They put pressure on the bot side of the map. They're eyeing up the tower. You can see it in the picture-in-picture. Tower going to be secured in exchange for the Herald. Vitality likely going to use this to throw it down mid, around the spawning of the next dragon, so they can use it to have control. Maybe look to contest the third dragon of the game.
And I want to do a bit of a check-in on Ice, because the one player and the one lane we haven't been talking about, naturally because of how quiet it's been, which is really refreshing for League of Legends over the past 6 to 12 months, is bot side. Ice 180 CS, ahead of the clock, almost 2 items on this Zeri. Had a cull earlier in the lane and stacked up nicely. It's actually 1k ahead of Carzzy, so we need to remember that what the devs talked about, what you talked about, Vedius, was the fact that this comp can team fight, and we know Nuke and Ice. There's going to be a lot of tools that, on their side of BDS, they can work around and put out this DPS. So I think, again, you have to be scared if you're Vitality that if you let this game go on long enough, like Broxah said, it's going to be some outscaling there. You just have to watch and see versus Vitality try to play the sides for now, with Hilly once again roaming to one of those solo laners.
He's back to his part of the jungle, right? We already established earlier, this place belongs to him. Labrov, cautious of the vision that's being dropped. Going to clear that one out with a control ward. But he's just hovering around Jayce. He spots out Sheo, realizes we can't take this fight, chooses to back off. Sheo then escorts Adam through the bot side, helps him push out this wave. Meanwhile, Vetheo top lane. Hilly going to be forced back as, again, a lot of fighting over the vision. Carzzy is going for that build, the hybrid, primarily AP build, but it doesn't really come online for a while, so wouldn't actually be surprised to see Vitality concede this next objective. It depends how strong they think Vetheo and Photon are relative to their counterparts.
Doesn't want to give up on his jungle in the meantime. We'll see. 45 seconds till we find out that answer. Quick side note, on the Maokai skin, the saplings look like Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc. Yeah. Like, no, sorry, not Mike. It looks like Boo. You know, in the outfit,
Boo.
You know, in the fake alien outfit.
Oh.
I feel like I'm talking a lot.
But
Look at it. How is that not Boo?
But aren't those the alpacas? Isn't that the shout out to Deft?
Oh, is it?
The DRX
oh,
skin.
okay, well,
Haven't we had this conversation
I think
before?
we have. I keep bringing it up because I'm like, look at it. It looks like Boo.
Now, the Dragon, 15 seconds, as we talked about, dropped in mids, used to unlock this mid tower, gain control. That TPE, fine?
Yeah, okay.
It's fine.
If
Okay,
only
close
just.
one. But this now gives them access into the river. Vision is still shared by both teams. And here we go, the Dragon spawning. Looks like Vitality's ready to fight.
Engaged onto Daglas, though. He's happy to absorb explosion.
nice.
Carzzy takes out the jungler. No one there to back him up. Nicely done. And Adam again, these ultis are on point.
Very nice punish from BDS. They see Daglas isolated in the river. Sheo, zero hesitation, connects with the Q. The ultimate then comes out from Gragas to knock him into his team, and Vitality don't even get a chance to respond. Dragon secured for BDS.
I mean, Adam is still having a great performance despite what happened earlier. I mean, as we said, picked up a solo kill in response to smooth outplays from Photon. You can just see the Gragas in a team fight, what he can achieve. And for BDS, they stopped that Dragon stacking, as we said. They're still within range of gold, where this early game turned out as a bit of a disaster. We started praising Vitality right off the get-go. The first 10 minutes of the game were like we were in the church of Vitality, you know?
For sure.
But maybe we're heathens. Maybe we need to reevaluate, go through a reformation of sorts, and start talking up BDS, because we're almost at 2-item Azir. 2-item there as well for Ice. Just teleports coming in. Photon, it shocked me by surprise as he flashes away. Kind of caught out with Adam and Nuke now moving in. It's primarily Nuke. Cease and desist. Photon's here, and now he's not. A shutdown, unfortunately, onto Sheo. But Vitality are like, look, everyone's bot. We're just going to start the purple worm.
They've got him out this fast.
Labrov is there first to the engage. Ice, as I said, 2 items. He can team fight. There's going to be good damage, but Sheo needs to get over the wall and get that smite steal. Will he find it? No! In the end, it's Labrov somehow who gets it down. Nuke gets the ulti over the wall as Carzzy is the next victim, and somehow, some way, BDS just walk in. Rell steals it with a shattering strike. And a big mistake for Vitality. Why do we keep 50-50ing the Baron?
Well, I mean, in that instance, I understand the logic. You've got 3 members committed, bot a TP gets vested as well. You're trying to rush the Baron down, but they can't do it fast enough. The smite, I guess, is too early. I don't even know if he used the smite in that exchange. Either way, it is BDS that secure it. They win the team fight to boot. And they chuck out a cheeky XDD in the all chat to round things out. I mean, BDS have flipped this game completely on its head. The early game, as you rightly said, was all about Vitality. But now BDS are the ones in the driver's seat. And with the scaling they have on their side, Vitality, they're going to have to find some creative plays to turn this one around.
And I mean, how difficult it's going to be, because as I was saying before the fight with the TP bot side, you know, Ice is well on his way to his 3rd item. Second one picked up for Nuke after that fight with Rabadon's death cap. 2 and a bit items for Sheo as well. And I mean, this Vi means business. And all in the while, you know, we've been looking at Vetheo all game long. He's now getting trailed quite nicely by Nuke. We know what the Azir is going to do versus the Tristana is. Now with the Baron buff, let's kind of talk it up here. 4K gold play already starting off for BDS as they reclaim topside jungle. And the wave pushing in from Adam is setting up for the next inner play.
Carzzy still a ways off from really coming online. 2 levels now behind Ice. The cross map coming in from Photon to trade this out of tower, but BDS more than happy to get themselves a tier 2. Photon going to keep the push going. This wave is relatively thin. If they can interrupt some of the backs, that would be ideal, but not going to be given that opportunity. So Photon is going to be forced to base. BDS likely setting up for the next dragon, but with still a minute left on the Baron, I think they can get another tower out of it. If nothing else, they're going to want to try and clear out this bot side vision. You can see all these wards littering, being highlighted by our observers right now. BDS, though, great play from them. They find the pick and bot. They're able to collapse onto the Baron. They find a great fight. And as we mentioned, they are now fully in the driver's seat, looking to equalize this series 1-1.
Feels like it at this point as well. You just see, look at that massive flip. That was the Baron power play just after 20 minutes. And, you know, for Labrov, I'm pretty sure it was just a Q. Still showing you how this Rell damage on neutrals is absolutely busted. Next interrupt, though, it's BDS on bot side. Hylissang looking for a flank. Labrov goes over for the Hex Flash. There is an angle here for Vitality, but again, they need a good engage on the carries. And you can't get past Labrov at this point. Sheo also with the engage tool. Hilly just getting threatened. The turret goes down all the same.
BDS systematically tearing apart the map, denying vision information from Vitality. Hilly trying to get some of that vision back, but BDS is making it very difficult.
How annoying is it? I mean, cease and desist used the Magnet Storm as well. Oh, baby! Roll him in. Hylissang going to get sniped out, but narrowly avoids. TP going to be burned. Vitality bring 5 members mid. Now BDS might have opened things up to move to the inner and mid, but now that Vethio's here, Wave Clear's also here, and it's too risky to continue on.
Very close situation. Adam? Did he want to time a flash there, or?
Now, you know what? He's that confident. Check all chat, Vedius, see what happens.
There's nothing in all chat.
Okay.
I have no idea what that was. I can only assume a misclick, or he was trying to type something and he didn't press enter.
Classic. Well,
I don't know. Either way, that's a flash down. Vitality want to try and answer this dragon. I don't think they're going to get here in time, though. And BDS are going to get away scot-free. Bit of a close fight there. Now, Vitality's not done.
Oh, they're not at all. I mean, Adam, perfect engage, followed up by Labrov. The Wombo's in, Hilly's dead. Vetheo will be up next. Even his ulti comes through, but he can't disengage. Adam finds another, and again, on this Gragas, what great tools. It has completely rocked the game state, and I feel like for BDS, slowing this game down.
I mean, we talk about impact of junglers, and Sheo definitely making his presence known throughout this game.
Much better game, too.
Didn't quite make the gank happen. Level 3 against Photon, but outside of that, he's been finding some great opportunities for his team. We look back at this engage. Vitality, I imagine they're just trying to interrupt the backs. Maybe they can find a pick. But Adam reads the play. Nice combo from him. The follow-up from Labrov over the wall. Hilly gets chain CC'd. Vetheo then has no way of getting out of this situation. Loses his life as well. Now the kills 12-8. The gold 6K, 6.5K in BDS's favor. The Baron spawning in less than a minute. No reason for BDS to push anything other than wait for that objective. Maybe Vitality can find a steal, but they're in some very dire straits right now. Carzzy getting close to being online. Ideally wants that Crypt Bloom to come through.
But is it too late or what?
May very well be.
Because, I mean, we got Infinity Edge here for Ice now. Yep. That third item hit. Nuke close to his, and you know, Adam's been sitting on it as well. Rod of Ages about to fully stack up as well. So think about the bonus of Rod of Ages. You know, that extra level that comes in as well. Adam is level 15 right now. He's probably going to be 16 by the time he gets 10 stacks in a couple of minutes. That is going to be a level 17 Gragas with a level advantage, unkillable. His damage really undeniable at this point.
Look at Hilly flank. Maybe he can find something here. BDS actually moving into the top side, though. It's going to make that flank that much harder for Hilly.
But Baron's up there on the right side of the map. BDS
they're going to start this one off smart. Force Vitality to face check into your Gragas, into your Rell. We've already seen what happens, and look at how quickly it melts with the ADC Zeri.
Oh yeah, especially that third item. Look how easy it is. The poke helps out as well. Carzzy tries to get in, but it's smited down. BDS won't be flipping this one. Labrov with the Magnet Storm flash as well. Shattering Strike, and the all-in. Sheo is the full target, but he's taking all the attention. Even with the fail flash, it doesn't matter because Nuke comes in, saves the day. Labrov flips him out once again, and the Penta out of left field. That felt so easy for Ice, baby.
A pentakill for Ice as he cleans up the fight. Vitality are left wanting as BDS are going to equalize the series.
In the BDS way, the team fight came online and BDS came on with it. For Vitality, early game or not, past 15 minutes, BDS felt like they started playing with the to and fro of the game status. Vedius, I'm not sure if it'll be open now. Healy's going to delay it at the very least. He will die here, though. And with the death time is at 5 seconds, another ace goes in. Let's call that a hexa kill. May as well. And the next turret's going to follow through with it. The minion wave close enough to soften the turrets once again. As Vitality respawn, but I think BDS can fight another round. Teleport coming in as well. We're going to a game 3 when round 4 is on the line. You better believe BDS are going to fight it to the very brim.
That pentakill really did just come out of nowhere. We didn't see the double or the triple. It was just straight into 5. Great team fight from Ice to round things out. Really, you could see that Vitality were kind of losing control throughout the game. And then BDS just needed that one big fight to turn it in their favor. Good stuff from them. They keep this series competitive.
Well, let's see. I mean, again, BDS are given time. They can run with it. We'll go to a short break. When we return, though, our final game of the series to find out who goes to that upper bracket final.
Wow, this is amazing.
I mean, I had a break, so... do you want to try? I'll be right back.
I want to try. Me? Maybe. What am I gonna do?
Even the biggest champ needs a break.
Wow, Vedi! Incroyable, magnifique. What? No, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, keep it. It was so good.
Yours was better.
Welcome everyone to the Kia Tilt-Proof Challenge. We're here to see if 4 gamers can stand up to the test.
Dios mío de mi vida.
I think I lost.
I'm so happy that I didn't eat before.
Red Bull gives you wings.